Alright everybody, it's John back again. I'm doing 2 videos in one day because I have the day off and everyone's in school and the wife's at work. So this is a video on some VCLT I got from Aaron the Metal Theologian, which I'm psyched because it's probably been sitting around. I probably came like a week ago, but I was on vacation. So I'm gonna go first off just with some of the records I found on vacation. I went to Quebec City up in Canada. And I'm just going to show you the French records I got, or the Montreal, whatever, French-Canadian records, or Canadian records. Not the American stuff I picked up, or British, whatever, not the regular stuff. I'll try to do this fast, because I know we all want to see the VCLT. But this is probably all 101 to all the Canadians out there, but especially some of these I saw in a couple different record shops. But we'll listen in the background, and I'm not going to pronounce any French right. I can't understand French. I can't pronounce it. Sometimes I can read a little bit just because of the roots of Latin words. But the name of this band is I'm just going to pronounce it American style, the Hooloops or Hoolops. And I think they were also known as the Têtes Blanques, which is like hair white, or the white hairs. If you look, they all got white hair, and I mean that's why I wanted to buy this record right away. It's like 60s French, and they got matching haircuts. And if you look on the back, they're doing Caravan here, so some instrumental, a couple like French reworkings of Chuck Berry tunes. I'm guessing this is around 1963. I know nothing of this band, but there's an X through here, so I think, not that I did any research, but I think they went by 2 names, and maybe they changed back to this name, or they marketed it under the bolt, or I could be completely wrong, because there was a version of this record without the X there. And there you go, we got Ramrod. They do a really good version. It's a little venture-y, a little stiff like the British would have, not as wild as American, but this is Ebb Tide. I guess skip this. But anyway, that's that. But I think I got this for like $1 Canadian. It was a little dirty. I cleaned it up. It's got little crinkles in there, but it's, you know, what are you, 54 years old or whatever. And I got their second album. I think it's Here's Chip, and it's the Hoolops, and I bet you that's blacked out from the printer, but I wonder if that said that Têtes Blanques, but I'm not sure. And this is great too, because they get the hair a little longer, because this is like probably 65, 66, probably 66. So they're all blonde. And this one's way more beat, almost in like Jerry and the Pacemakers. Nothing really heavy on it. A couple Buddy Holly covers. She's About a Mover. Yeah, I don't remember all of them. Whatever, it doesn't really matter. But mediocre record. I think I paid short dough on that. But great album cover. What am I gonna get? 5 blonde Frenchmen. You're never gonna see 5 blonde Frenchmen unless you pick up Les Eccentriques. And I got a different 5 all blonde Frenchmen. This with pink matching suits with pink shoes. And this, I'd say, is also around 63. And this is more of a surf record. And this is probably 101 to anyone in Montreal, because they didn't see this one. I paid a little more dough for. But they do like 3 or 4 Beach Boys covers, and they do In My Room, which is a great choice of a cover. Fun, Fun, Fun. Help Me Rhonda. And then there's a bunch of originals or tunes I don't know, but it's half instrumental, half vocals, but like surf vocals. Pretty decent record. Then I got Les Sultans, 60s rock group. I was hoping it's more garage rock just by the way they look, because this is definitely like 66. Total garage rock look, and it's a gatefold. And it's really good, and like I wouldn't say poppy way, but like I don't want to say folk 60, but like quite a rock 60. You almost think of like more like the mid-tempo Monkeys. Really good vocals in French. It's really interesting. Really, really well sung. Really, I think I'm gonna like a couple tracks on it. But track 2 is a great straight out garage rocker. Tu es impossible, You Are Impossible, which is actually I Can Only Give You Everything, a cover of the Them, with the MC5 cover, and it's kind of like a staple in the garage rock scene. But that one's got the fuzz guitar, and that one's a straight out garage rocker. But the first track on here is really good. And it was, I want to say we got this like 3 records for $10. I'm not sure. I get confused with what we paid for each one, but that was a good record. I was hoping to like find like my Moxie records and just the standard, maybe even April Wine. I forgot. I didn't think I looked for April Wine. I had those records when I was a kid. I need to rebuy Nature of the Beast and the other one. But I finally got my first Headpins record, which I wanted, which is just like maybe the Canadian Joan Jett. And I always love the cover on this. It looks heavier and more rock than it probably is, but it's straight up hard rock, poppy hard rock. And I don't know, it's the artist who did the clearly wasn't a musician because something's wrong with the chords. So I don't know where they're going. It should plug in the back of the cab. But it's like it's trying to make it almost look like one's going to the guitar or something, and the outlet one's going to the front. It's a little weird, but great album cover. And that's from, I don't know, 82. Then I got this band, Reckless, which I'm glad to get this is, I think, Ontario. Scarborough, Ontario, 1985. Straight up heavy metal, a little poppy, but not wimpy. It's not wimpy at all. Good vocalist, pretty forgettable, but decent. I guess you guess who the singer is on this cover. Pretty good vocals. The first tune, Hot and Ready, is really good, and the rest, it's all mid-tempo. They're almost every song's the same tempo, so kind of forgettable. But I'm just glad to get this, a record I wouldn't see around. It's just whatever it is. Then I picked this one up. I thought I had a great score. Uranus, Maiden Voyage, and it's on ZYX, and it says metal on it. So I'm like, what is this? And I thought it was some private press, Canadian thing I've never heard of. I don't know this record. So I'm like, I gotta get it. And I think I dropped more than I should have on this. Not crazy money, but more. I took it home. And it's total, like, hard rock metal. Like, bad. Well, that last track's got something on it. But just bad metal, like not yet ready for prime time band. It just sounds like any hard rock local band, and thus there's no pictures. Because if there was pictures of them, I probably would have just turned this one down. But it looks like it should be a good record. Check out this label. It says metal on it. It's got the sword and the stallion, a little bit of flames. Like, so you'd think it would be, at least the genre would be heavy metal, but the last track on here is decent enough. I guess it's close to heavy metal, but it's very hard rock with that bad 80s hard rock guitar sound. Hard to explain, but like something more like, I don't know, like a low budget Foreigner would use or something, but just as a letdown. It's going in the heavy metal collection. It's hard rock, it's slash metal, but much more hard rock and amateurish as heck. And then I got this one. I can't remember how to pronounce it. The guy at the record store, aut'chose, and this is an interesting record. I think from '75. And I guess this is their second album. Maybe they had 3 records. The first one, a little proto-punk, and there's a little proto-punk in here. It's got some early synth on it, and it's a little glam. I wouldn't call it a glam record, but it's got aspects of that. Also, like a lot of acoustic guitars, but not acoustic tunes. More like how the Kinks would use them. And the vocalist, he's got that raspy French voice, and where he's talking, singing, and it's really cool. Almost like reminds me a little bit like John Otway, or a really lot like Steve Harley and Cockney Rebel. Like kind of that glam storytelling, but it's interesting. It's got some good synth sounds, and not every track is great, but this is a really good record, and I'd love to get the first if it was even more proto-punk than this. A little almost flaming groovies on 1 or 2 tracks. And the last one I got, which is the winner, this is the winner of them all, and this is the type of stuff I just dream of finding over there. This is Trop Feroce, and I'm sure Trope Feroce, which I think means too much, and Feroce is like ferocious or wild, so like too wild or too ferocious. And this is Resurrection, or Resurrection, and this is from 86, I think, and it's on Nosferatu Records, and it's 4 songs, and it's absolutely fantastic. I mean, fantastic in that it's terrible, but it's a timepiece. It's a chick singer in French, and we're going to just quickly needle drop this, and then I'll get on to the VCLT. And great label, too. And I cleaned up the records in a great shape, because Nosferatu, and the back is Trope for Us. I'm not sure if that's an indie label or what. Terrible. It's terrible, but it's so good. And they have a video. This is the homework. Check out the video for Trop Feroce. I think it's the first one that comes up if you type it in. T-R-O-P Feroce. Terrible. It's up there with the Vortex and the Thor video. It's like one of the 3 greatest heavy metal records. And you'll get the whole gist where the chick comes out of the coffin. It's so low budget. And I think side 2 is like a cover of The Hall of the Mountain King. But anyway, while that's playing in the background, I'm going to open some VCLT. And I got this from Aaron, and I'm psyched. Oh. So foreign. And it's only Montreal. It's like... And they look older too, like they were in their like late 30s or mid 30s. Oh, fantastic! Well, let's start with this one. Oh. Well, this is the greatest gift ever. This is a record that's been on my list for a long time. Third Stage Alert, maybe from 84. And it was produced by Yngwie Malmsteen. And the track Superstar is absolutely fantastic. Fantastic Superstar. And that's the only track, unless I sampled them years ago. Oh, it's EP too. Fantastic. We got 5 songs. Oh, this has been on my list for many years. Thank you, Aaron. Aaron the Metal Theologian, who, I don't know if I need any introduction, because if you're watching me, I'm sure you know him, because he's the genius. Him and Greeno are the 2 guys that got me to want to be part of the VC. So, those guys are the best. And Aaron, very generous. Let's see. Mark Edwards on drums. I think I have a solo record by him, but I don't know any of these guys. And this is Metal Blade Records, 84. This is I don't know if I have any. I have plenty of Metal Blade from 84, but I don't recall ever having this label from Metal Blade, so I am psyched. This is on my list. Thank you, Aaron. This is a big deal. Oh. I don't know if he wants me to show this one. Oh, wow. I got 2 copies of this. Wow, one to pass on to a friend. All right, I definitely will pass that out. I will pass that to someone in the VC when I do a VCLT myself. And this, I don't know, Aaron want me to show you this, but this is Madhouse. And this is First Damage. I know nothing about this. The only thing I know is Aaron, if you watch his early videos, he was in a band called Madhouse. And I don't know if it's metal. I mean, oh, this is from '88. Oh, fantastic. What's it say? I thought it said 2002. I think. I'm pretty sure this is I don't know now. This was Aaron's record label. He put this out in 2002. It says it was from '88. Maybe he wasn't in this band. Maybe I just misremember. Jeez, they don't even look American. Madhouse. I have no idea what this is. For some reason I thought it was your band when you were talking about this, but I'm going to check this out. Should I needle drop it? This is great. This is great. No, maybe I'm not going to needle drop that. Maybe I'm going to save that for a personal listen and figure it out. But I'm psyched. But I will put on the beginning of Superstar. This is great. Thank you, Aaron. Look through my records. I'll have to find something for you. I don't have anything to top this one now. Oh, and Bolin on keyboards, too, on this. I'll just get in. A very rainbow, deep purplish, obviously, with the Yngwie influence. Fantastic, fantastic. Thank you, Aaron. And I'll do research on that Madhouse. Although you'll probably comment. Fantastic. I'm sorry, this video is going long. Oh, I'm glad to have this on vinyl. Alright. Cheers. Thank you, Aaron. Check out his channel if you happen to cruise by mine and don't know Aaron the Metal Theologian. I don't know how to add links, but you can do enough research and figure it out. The guy has the best collection of rare stuff I've ever seen. Ciao.